Hi, welcome back to my channel. Anette here. I'm going to reply to the hashtag started by Rochelle at Amethyst Ascension, and it is based on her current favourite decks, so top 11 current favourite decks. Now, she's stated decks, she hasn't specified, and she said have fun and do what you want with this. So I've pulled out the current 11 and decks broad sense, so I haven't just aimed for one type of deck. Now I've got a couple here, so if we start with some of these you will have seen in my recent videos which are new in. I've got some bags to put some of the new decks in and I've tagged them. And this is the Fortune Teller Oracle, which is actually from Amethyst, so why not start with this one. So I haven't had a chance to work with it properly. I want to work with this throughout, I was hoping to work with this throughout March, and we'll see where it does manage to slip in, because we've had family death and things, so it's been taking up a little bit of my time. So for that reason, I haven't been able to implement decks where I thought they were going to go this month. But I love this one, little Fortune Teller Oracle deck. The artwork's just really cool. It's got that like funky vibe going on. So I was hoping to get more out of this one. And we shall see. The month is still, we're middle of the month at this point of me filming. So these are my 2025 March current favourite 11 decks. All right, let's get the next one. Okay, this one's an indie deck. It's from Duck Soup. This is the Madame Lovieise Scorned Oracle, the modern edition. And you can get the original, I think it's the original edition, or a recreation of the original edition on the website as well. But I've gone with this one. And it's on linen cardstock. It's a nice pocket-sized oracle deck. I just really liked working with this one. I think I worked with this one in January, if I remember rightly. Feels like an age ago. So I just really enjoyed this one. Great little pocket oracle. And the mood of it, the vibe in the deck, it goes with so many of the kind of collaged art style decks that I've been drawn to lately. So it also visually looks good, although I don't normally specifically set out to pair decks for visual purpose. I usually set out to pair them for the decent read, the reading experience. But I have found some enjoyment in when the reading experience comes together with the visual experience. So I have developing slowly, very slowly developing the appreciation of that. But I won't go out and buy an oracle just to go with a deck. I won't buy a set of decks just to have a set of decks. I don't think that's a very healthy thing for me personally to be out there doing, because I'm a little bit of a deckaholic, self-confessed deckaholic. So next one is one that many of you will know is new out. It's the second edition Raven Dream Tarot. I don't know why I can't get the lid off. I'm not sure why that wouldn't come off. Anyway, so it's only been with me a short period of time. So these are the backs. I think there's a pocket edition of this about to be considered as well for printing. If you pop over to MJ Cullinan's website, you can sign up for notifications. I really wanted the deck. Now I know there's a mini. I would have bought the mini, but I have the full size now, so there's no way I'm going to buy another version of this deck just for that. But yeah, I would have definitely took the mini on, because these are quite big cards. As you know, these are oracle size cards. It's just another one with really beautiful artwork, gorgeous backs as always, and nice cardstock. It's like a really nice kind of cardstock. And just really enjoyable deck to work with. So this is the Raven Dream Tarot. It comes with a Rose Petal Touch box and a book. And there's the backs again for you one more time. So they've got that nice kind of feminine touch to them. I suppose ethereal, it's meant to be ethereal with the Raven's Dream, isn't it? So we've got that one. Oh, I should put my cards, I'm running out of space. One that none of you will be surprised to see. I have been crushing on this one. Again, this is that kind of vibe that I've been talking about, that I've been feeling. So it's a mass market deck with the indie feel to it. So this is just a really cool oracle deck. The guidebook's really useful for this. That's such a nice card. Just reminds me of the leaf sparkle everywhere you go, or whatever it is. Don't ever dull your sparkle. 2 sayings. So I just really enjoyed the colours and the concept, the makeup of this deck, and the way it works, especially with the Nightweight Tarot. Looks incredible with that one. And that was a chance pairing that I came across, and really enjoyed working with. Didn't want to put it down, didn't want to put them away. So that is our Cosmic Crossroads. Let's find another one. Okay, this one is mass market. This is the mass market edition. So Woman in Total Control of Herself. Comes with an amazing guidebook, this one. So the guidebook has a lot of information, and it comes with a bag, which is where I keep my deck. I can't remember how many cards this must have. 40 or something? 40 or 50? Can I see it at a quick glance? No, I can't at a quick glance, but many of you will be familiar. So here are the backs for the mass market edition. So we have the kind of turquoisey foiling on them, which I really adore. And it's got that like little gold stamping there to give a glittery feel to the stars. And again, this one has a nice moody kind of depictions. It is much glossier cardstock, but that sort of helps to bring the colours out. Otherwise, I think for this mutedness, it might feel a bit flat, maybe. But yeah, really quite enjoy this one. Haven't used it for a long time, but it is one I think of a lot. But I'm trying to, as you know, work my way through my decks on my shelves and make sure that everything gets used. And that's hard when you pull up favourites, isn't it? So my decks naturally orientate regardless. So that is the Woman in Total Control of Herself. Next up is a deck that's currently out of print but being rerun with updates to all the cards. And this is the Candle in the Cave Tarot. So the artwork is by Anette PRS, and she is recreating a second of this, and you can go and find her on Instagram. I do love her art. She is Estonian. Here's the basic art on this one. So this is first edition. Second edition, as I say, has been updated, and some of the cards are brighter as well. I've got it in order because I was going to do a walkthrough. Now this one, 2 reasons I crush on this deck a lot. It's got a kind of special place, although I haven't used it very much. Is one, it's from an Estonian creator, so it speaks to my heritage. And 2, I won this one in a giveaway, and I have been wanting this deck for so long. Once I realised I'd missed it, and it was an out-of-print deck at that, I couldn't really tell you my disappointment. And then it turned up in a giveaway, and I won. So I'm eternally grateful to getting this. But it's the style of the artwork. It is brown and it's got brown edging. The reason why the person gave it away was it stains, so it picks up grease. So if you've got greasy hands or oil on your hands or hand cream on your hands, the prints and things come onto this cardstock. So it's not good if you don't like that sort of thing. So that actually worked out to my advantage. And as I say, not often things do that for me, but my goodness, when they do, it does feel like you've won the lottery, doesn't it? So this deck, let me show you some other cards from the suits. Look at that. Isn't it great? It's so, I don't know, it just feels so folksy. Very typical of tradition. As I say, you can follow Anette PRS on Instagram and her journey through updating this deck to create the next one. Excuse me, sorry about that. Hope it didn't make anyone jump. So yeah, really, this one just has a big crush spot in my favourites. Like I say, even if it's not in rotation, it's always there in the back of my mind. Kind of quietly reminding me it exists and it's still there. It just comes in such a beautiful box. Lovely presentation. I've got a full colour guidebook. So really enjoyed that one. Next, we'll go with this one. I finally put all my cards for last year's spreads away. And this was one that I used for my birthday spread. So this deck has been out of use all year, pretty much, since end of May. It's now back in rotation. It's back for use. I'm so happy. I love this deck. I just love this deck. It is an Etsy deck, so it's an indie one. Oracle of the Rose by Zara de Rose. There's different editions out now since I've had this one. I believe there's one that comes with a little fold-away guidebook to the cards, but otherwise, as this one comes, you just read the cards. It's an intuitive read. And the backs are gorgeous pinky roses as well. So I just find this one gorgeous, my style, my alley. Just such a beautiful deck, influenced by said someone. And I'm glad I was influenced into buying this one. It's just gorgeous. It was a deck I didn't know I wanted, really. It was a surprise. Surprise to myself, surprised me. I watched, I don't know, I probably watched the walkthrough like 12 to 20 times of this deck before I purchased it, because I was trying to convince myself I didn't need it. And, well, we can see how well that happened for me, can't we? But it's just gorgeous. Love it. Absolutely love it. And it pairs again with so many of my decks within this kind of collagey art style. And it also pairs with other decks quite well that pull out the tones of this deck. So it's nice to have a juxtaposition of a very simple deck then with a very busy deck, if the colours tones kind of meet. So that's that one. I'm not counting, sorry. Okay, we're on to deck 7. This one comes in a bag, and I've got a tag on that one. Doesn't come in a bag, sorry, I've put it in a bag. It's on my shelf in a bag. I've had to assign the bag. Now this is an Etsy deck. It's called the Gothic Tarot. It's kind of photo collage. It probably is AI manipulation, to be fair. I didn't really look into it at the time. I was just really enamored with the pictures. So if this one's not for you, I completely understand. But I just love the depth of this one. It is a very chunky monkey, and it is very, very glossy. But I think this was one of the cards I saw, and I just really liked the darkness, the intensity of this composition with the flowers there, just the brights of the kind of forget-me-not blues coming in. And of course, a Hanged Man. Pops of colour in this. It's a fool. But yeah, I do really, really like this deck. If I pick between this one and the one by Syrian Shadows, the Literary Tarot, it's this one. Every time. Hopefully the glare's not too bad, because I've got sun coming in from the side of me now. About for a judgment. Reminds me of the Black Parade song. Ten of Cups. Yep, so that was deck number 7. What should we call for 8? Oh no, that was deck number 9, I think. Okay, let me recount, come back to you. Okay, that was 8, so this is 9, and it is this one, the Baroque Tarot. It is this version that I am in love with by LimusiDesigns.com. That was 2022. So nice magnetic box. Nice images. We have edging, gorgeous backs with this kind of chocolate brown, which I hope is coming through on the camera. And again, it's got this like darky, muted aspects to it, which I just adore. This deck, I think of this deck a lot. This one goes beautifully with that rose tarot that I just shown you. I just love this deck. I know there's another Baroque Tarot, which Amethyst Ascension has. She has both of these. In fact, I think she's the person that also was the final straw when I went out and went out to find this deck. I love that sound. Oh, that is my ASMR. It is just very, it is RWS based, inspired, of course. I just love this one. I have to really restrain myself from pulling this one out every month to use. And it does come with a guidebook. So that's the Baroque Tarot by Lovieise. Okay, 10 is this one. Now I could have pulled out, I have a collection of decks from Libra Moon. But this one is one that I do love to handle because it fits into my hand. It's square, so you don't get many square decks. The use of this deck is amazing. The cost of this deck is absolutely phenomenal. It's totally within people's price ranges for an indie created deck that comes packaged like a mass market. Like there's a big book, there's an app that goes with this to help you use it. There are different ways of using the deck. I've done walkthroughs of this one. You get planets cards, you get your cards that help you understand what's going on. So you've got some guiding cards there. This one's based on astrology. I love this one because we have the 4 elements relating to the astrological signs. And when I started this, I was only just kind of finding out about Western versus true sidereal sky. And I wasn't sure how this would work, but this does. So whichever you're using, you just need to know what astrological sign you're in, and then you use the element related to your astrological sign. And it's got kind of, I've got the whole deck upside down. I probably have. When I shuffle this, the cards move around as I shuffle. So I use it as an oracle in that way. So whichever way up the card lands, I read from the top when I'm not reading the elements. So there you go. Further examples of cards that move around while I'm shuffling. So I really like this deck. Did I say it's linen cards, like a kind of linen texture cardstock? It's got a core in it. Really great deck, and there's a lot in this deck. I don't know how many cards there are actually, but it's a big chunky deck. 93 cards. So that's $44 for 93 cards that come edged linen cardstock, black core, and those alchemical designs that we like. And you've got your glyphs that you need there as well to work with these if you want to understand more about your cards or you know more about astrology. So good vibes, inner peace, cooperating. So there we go, that is number 10. Now what have I got for number 11? Okay, deck number 11, here's where I break the rules. This one, I haven't done a walkthrough yet, it's new. This is new, so it's a current crush, very much so, and getting to know it. So I thought I could feature it here for a moment until I get to know it a bit more and then give you, more information about this deck. So this is the Kalat World, illustrations by Inga Lan, and I was very surprised this isn't more around the internet. And also love the fact it's based on elements. It's got 4 suits based on the elements, so it goes throughout the year. We've got 52 cards, a card for every day, week of the year, even better. It's got a guidebook. It kind of works like a Lenormand system, but it's not Lenormand. And there is a second deck being created to go with this called The Witch's Arrival. So I don't know exactly what that means for this deck, if it's a second deck completely or if it's a bigger version of this one coming out with a more updated guidebook as well. But look, these are pocket size, they fit in my hand. We all know I've really got a thing about cards that fit within my hands. You have your element sign here, so that's your winter card. You have a number there. So they aren't the easiest to see number-wise, I will say that. You do have to look for them. But the element signs as well. So they don't really impinge, okay? They do not impinge on the cards. So it means that if you don't want to work with the guidebook and you just want to use these as an elemental deck for you to work with, you can. It's really, really nice cardstock. Super cheap deck. No keywords, just the seasons. So this one's autumn, spring, there's winter again. And you can layer them together, put them in threes. You can use them like Lenormand, run them in a tableau, in a 9 card spread. And if you do want to work with the meanings from the book, you can do. And these are created by or with a medium who's created these as part of their medium usage, I suppose, or communication. As you know, I'm a tarot predominantly, although I have a lot of oracle decks. I use these to clarify a tarot reading. Or I suppose to help me pose a question, or maybe at the moment to, let me think, what else do I use? There's the backs there. I would use these to intentionally pull out from this deck to see what the energy is around me, or to represent somebody, or the other thing I was going to do was pull the card according to the week of the year as well. So you can have a year-round practice with these if you don't want to use them for... Now, here's where I break the rules, because so you've got a Ouija board there. I'm going to show it with a couple of other decks. So I'm going to show it with the Modern Reader's Tarot. I'm going to show it with the Northern Element Mass Market Tarot. Really like this deck, but I didn't realise it comes with this like kind of dirty feel around the edges. I wanted it to be clear white cards, so hey ho. And Colette Baron Reed's Good Tarot. So they're all mass market. This one is indie at a very reasonable mass market price. So I'm bring it down a bit. Okay, I think I've got everything in screen. So this is just me treating you to seeing some workings with these cards. So you've got 7 of Wands, Transformation, King of Water, Potions, Elixir, Cups, sorry. And here we have a Spring card for Celebration, kind of Beltane. So that feels like a good kind of recommendation, welcome of what's coming. Six of Swords with the Magician Magic card, Queen of Water, and our Page of Coins. So we've got some good elements going on here. I am giving you a sneak preview really, because this is how the decks I've had out to kind of use alongside it, and now you're going to see them, and I'm seeing them for the first time as a setup completely. 10 of Cups, with here we have the Autumn card, and we've got kind of like readings. We've got the Sunset, there's the Scarecrow out the side, so there's a card for the Scarecrow, so we can see the Scarecrow out there, but we're learning. We've got Moon, and we've got the 8 of Rods, so there's information coming in from all angles here. Maybe it's ancestral information that's coming in, because this would be representing kind of going into that Samhain season. What didn't I move? That one. Knight of Swords with the King of Air. And we've got the Hanged Man, along with our Spring card with the Pearl and Shell with the Sea. So you've got wisdom, knowledge, perspective. Okay, shall I leave you there? That's my 11 decks for the current season, the current moment, my current crushes, my current favourites. What are yours? I can't wait to see. And would you have picked any of these? Are any of these in your top 11? There's so many, right? But you're for right nows. Let me know either downstairs in comments, pop your comments in down there, or please do VR. Take care. Bye-bye.